girls, it's Beans, and today I have a really easy, simple makeup tutorial that's totally appropriate for school or whatever event that you're going to. And you can see it right here. It's really just easy, girly, kind of preppy, and cute. So let's get started. So I'm starting off with a completely bare face, so you can see how I do my skin routine. And I always tie my hair back because if you get like foundation and stuff in your hair, it's just not cute. But I actually do not use foundation. I'll show you what I use. It is Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Tinted Moisturizer in Agent 2 Facade because I am super pale. And this is actually good for your skin as opposed to foundation that clogs your pores. I found that this has helped my skin be less red and flaky and like that. So I'm just dotting it around and rubbing it in. And once I've done that, I'm just going to cover up the redness around my nose with this Covergirl Cover Up in Ivory, because once again, I'm like the palest person on the planet. And I'm just using my finger, even though it has a sponge, and taking that around my nose. And the heat from your fingers helps to rub this in. And I like the creamy texture as opposed to a powder. I choose not to powder my face because it dries out my skin, but if you have oily skin, you would want to use powder after this. So after that, I am taking my Estee Lauder Deluxe All Over Face Compact with these 4 colors. And I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, not the one in the palette even though I'm pointing to it, and I just rub it around in all the colors, and then I make my little fishy face and just rub that on my cheeks to contour. And it makes a nice natural flush as opposed to using just one color because that's not as natural. And once I've done my cheeks, I'm going to go on my forehead just to make it look like I have a little sun, and then I always go under my jaw to contour that because I really don't like my jawline, but this helps me look a little bit more defined. And then after that, I just go on both sides of my nose to make it look a little thinner, and that's how I do my skin routine. So next, I'm taking my huge Sephora palette. And taking this matte brown shade. I'm not sure what it's called because this doesn't have labels, but on a brush I'm just lightly bringing it through my brows to define them a little bit, but I don't want to have like a harsh line, so I'm just doing it super lightly. Next, I'm taking a fluffy eye brush in my Estee Lauder Pure Color Eyeshadow 9-color palette, and I'm starting with number 43, Polished Platinum Shimmer. And I'm just going to take my brush and rub that all over my eyelids. Try not to pull your eye taut. I know it looks like I kind of do it, but I actually just have like really wide eyes. And next I'm taking number 63, Tempting Mocha Shimmer, and rubbing that on the outer part of my eyes, but I'm not really going up into the crease because I just want to leave it all on my lids and make it look more natural. And finally, I'm taking that fluffy brush again and going into number 1, Pink Flash Shimmer, and I'm using that as a highlight. And what a pink does instead of a white is really warms up your face, because white is kind of cold and icy, especially a shimmery color, but when you use like a pink or a really light champagne color, it adds a lot of warmth. And I'm doing that in my inner corners as well to make my eyes look bigger and brighter. After that, I'm going to take my eyeliner pencil from Estee Lauder, Artist Eye Pencil Crayon Design for Eyes, and it is a number 2, which is Softsmudge Brown, because brown is a lot more natural than black. If you want it to look like you're really not using eyeliner, I would suggest using brown, especially if you're blonde, which I am not, but if you are, that's a good idea. And I'm doing it only on the outer parts of my eyes, super lightly, and going a tiny bit past where my eye ends, just so that my eyes look bigger. And then I'm taking my mascara, which is Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme Lash Multiplying Volume Mascara in number 1, Extreme Black, and just sweeping that over my lashes once. And I don't curl my lashes every day because that's pretty bad for them, but you can. And then I'm using Estee Lauder Pure Color number 41 Tiramisu Shimmer on my lips and just applying that lightly. And mine is kind of dented because someone screwed it up when the cap was on. But just do a super light coat of that. And I think I applied chapstick before this. I just didn't catch it on film. But that's the final step to your super easy girly makeup for school. And I hope that you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, and remember, you're really beautiful.